Alright, so last time we worked on getting these mutations set up, and we also got the plans over here, or the basics of it listed out. But for this one, it's going to be pretty simple. We're going to be focusing on getting the world prepared, getting the few add-ons we're going to have inside of it set up, as well as we're going to be getting, we're going to be fixing these two here because they do not sound like mutations, Sideswiper and Juggernaut. I don't know what I was thinking. I think I was rushing at that time, and so I threw in two random ones I could think of. And so we're gonna have to rethink these now or later. I'll probably do it later because I can just think of them while I do stuff. So we're gonna start. So we gotta fix these two, and all of these are good to go, all that. And I gotta go join the world and get the world prepared. So let's just go ahead and do that real quick. So my skin looks like this, but I'm actually in Java right now. Yeah, pretty cool. So the world wasn't working very well, and so I had to take the world into Java. So that's what we're on right now, is Java Edition, and I got it working and fixed. World's very beautiful with these shaders, especially that view. Wow, I wish this was on Java. Why does my character look like that? But yeah, so the world's working now. I just gotta take this world, import it back into Bedrock Edition, and then we should be set to go and to make this world all good to go. And we can start adding on to it. But the world's pretty beautiful, and I'll give you I would give you a tour on Java Edition, but Java is much more demanding than Bedrock, and my recording is lagging a bit. So I will get you guys a tour on Bedrock, and yeah, that's better. Alright, now first things first, before I give you guys a world tour fully, we gotta get the command hub in, because the command hub is where we're gonna be doing all the commands at. So they're completely separated from, well, humanity, and so no one can actually mess with them, because we're not gonna put them in the actual world, because since this is a custom world here, there is a giant just drop off on the border. And so we're gonna fly to that border real quick, and we're going to then go to a command hub. Okay, so here we are, guys. The border is right here. And so one issue we do have is there is floating moss in the drop off of Riverwood. Just straight drop off. It's weird, but we can only get so much out of this, especially how amazing this world is. And there is gonna be floating moss. I do got some ideas for the floating moss into the lore. Until then, we got to TP ourselves forward about 1,500. We'll do 1,600 blocks to be safe. And then we gotta fly back, actually, because I went way too far. Alrighty, so this is where Command Hub will be going. It is actually on the other side of the border from the world. I'll show you in a second, but the border of the world's over there. We're actually completely outside of the world, outside the 1,000 block barrier border. And we're gonna drop a Command Hub right here. Just something very simple. So we're gonna fill this entire thing of granite after we get ourselves one huge ticking area in here. We don't gotta worry about this at all. Ticking area, add commands, and then we're gonna drop down to the same level as the thing we can send one. We're gonna slash fill. We're gonna do andesite. We're gonna do polishing though. And so this is now our command area. Just this giant slab is where all of our commands will be going, and on this giant slab we will also be putting in a TP hub in the corner over here. So this hub is going to allow us to TP around the entire world without allow us to keep us on the entire world, so we don't gotta fly to each spot. It will save us so much time. It's gonna be unbelievable. But to do that, we actually gotta get a few add-ons into the world first. So let's begin by doing that. So here's our world, and I'm actually gonna real quick duplicate this world, and we're going to go use a duplicated version instead, because the duplicated version is what we actually want. And so this is going to be our world here, and we're going to go into advanced real quick, and we're going to make sure show days played is turned on, and actually keep this off for now so it doesn't rack up yet, and we're going to do immediate response stays off, and everything else is fine. We've got a multiplayer, that's good. Cheats is good. We got to go to experiments, and we got to crank all of these on for the behavior packs. And now I have a lot of these, but we actually got to go and install a new one first. So to do this, we're going to be going to this Discord server over here. We're going to go to add-ons, and I'm going to install the newest version of this guy's add-on. Now, this guy is absolutely amazing, and I'm going to put all of his behavior packs in the description over here. But it allows you to do so much stuff, detect so much stuff using scoreboards and tags, that it is just insane. And there's probably new stuff in here I haven't seen yet since he's probably updated them more. But he's constantly updating. Here's the newest version I need, so I'm going to install this. We're going to pop this into Minecraft here. And yeah, see, 4.3 is the old one. Now we're going to add on things are here. So now this one is actually no longer downloadable. You cannot get this anymore. So I'm not going to put in the description. This is Detect add-on V2. I cannot download it anymore anywhere. I cannot find it at all. I don't know why. But it is one of the most amazing add-ons I've ever had, and I continue to use it to this day. And the detection add-on down here, I will also add in. Now this one will be in the description. This is also incredibly amazing. I will also be adding on mini blocks for more variety. And I will be adding in the floating text, as well as craftable name tag. But the horse armor is already in the game now. So name tag, it doesn't bother me anymore. So this I do not need. And that is all I should need out here. I do not need world edit right now. Resource packs, yeah, these active. We're going to go and make sure that we got the health bar turned in here. Low fire to make it fair for everyone. And was there one more thing? No, I think that's it. So now we can go ahead and enter into our world. We can turn the difficulty to easy, and we can join into our world. So now that we're back in our world, we have a few add-ons in that give me so many possibilities. One of which being the tag commands. We're going to start by doing a few game rule commands, just like do command block outputs, falls. We'll keep commands, send feedback on. We'll start with that, and then that should be good just to start with here. And let's go ahead and give myself a command block so we can begin by doing some stuff. So this is gonna be pretty cool here. So we're gonna take this and we're gonna do execute as a behavior. Tag equals up dot tag equals chat send, and we're going to be doing exclamation mark TP, and we'll do mushroom if I can spell correctly. And so this is just incredible. Run TPFS, and then we're going to also copy the block right here, and I'm going to TP 0 200 0. We get into where are we at? Are we in a custom mode at all? Yes, we are. So where are we at? So while I'm here, here is our forest biome. Pretty cool looking. And then over here is our spruce biome. I'll show you them more later. So I believe if we keep going this way, it is. We're gonna have the jungle biome right here. This is one of the coolest biomes in the game for sure. I'm stuck. Okay, do not try to do that. It has a giant open lagoon in the middle here. Absolutely wonderful looking. If we keep going out this way, we're going to reach the mushroom biome, the biome I wanted to go to. So mushroom biome, we are going to actually place a teleport into here. So we're going to start by placing a command right here. That's going to be TP FP just to there, and we're gonna grab a button just to start for now, and then we're going to place that coordinate going here, TP FS there, repeat, always active, and now tag FS add up. If this works correctly, I should be able to do exclamation TP mushroom into the chat, and I'll get TP'd over to here. It's pretty incredible. Now we're gonna do one to get back to hub. So we're gonna copy those coordinates, and we're going to copy this, and all we gotta do is replace this with those, and replace this with exclamation mark hub. So now if I do exclamation mark hub, I can see it beat up here. It is just so cool, and that's part of the add-on, one of the add-ons I have. The other one uses scoreboards to detect inputs, like detect left or detect right or sneak or anything, which makes stuff so much easier. And that is what's going to be helping us a lot. And so we're going to keep, I'll add more of these later. I don't need them all right now. We'll add more of these later. But that's just kind of a taste of the kind of stuff you can do and what I have known to do. Because imagine being like, just imagine being in the mushroom biome, you know, just chilling in the mushroom biome, and oh, I need to go teleport myself 2,000 blocks to get back to base if I memorize the coordinates. So sure hub, and I'm back already. It's instantaneous, and it's amazing. Alrighty, so it took me a hot second, but we are done with the commands over here, or at least the TP commands. It is a new day. School caught up to me, but all good. And if we were to type in exclamation mark hub, it just gives you a quick TP to the hub here. Clear, and yeah, pretty cool. So all the TPs take you around the world in case I want to go to the swamp. We got the CV swamp right here. Here we are. We're in the swamp. And so yeah. If I can type. Pretty cool. Now we're gonna end the world off here, and we're gonna go fill in a few more lore gaps, and we're gonna go fix up the few more mutations we have to fix. So let's jump into the world and do that real quick. So I did finish it up after quick time this time. We got the warden, and I don't mean the Minecraft warden guys, you know, I don't mean that kind of guy, I mean just the warden, okay? Devastation, and then we got Windsweeper, Slow Fallen Triple Jump. Now this is a flea, which you guys probably, as ever stupid idiots, I like. A flea one is just gonna be fully, like this one right here, is gonna be flea as well. They're just completely focused on flea, okay? They're not meant for defense or offense, they're just meant like flea. So Windsweeper and Molotov, both tier 1s do that, and they're just gonna attack. There's not any defense actually, there's Radiant Coach doesn't have a defense, and then there's Volksfire. Most are actually attack, just plan and make sure Volksfire is strong, it's pretty decently strong in defense, it's gonna be the only one. But yeah, and then I fixed gravities. I changed it from Doomsday to Void Implosion. Hazardous Thrust to Doomsday. So now it's just like a giant meteor that comes down. And yeah, that's that. And then Blood Rapture, I don't know if I'm saying that one. But we do got a bit of stuff to add on over here. So first off, the scientist is going to be named Howard. Why? Because he can. Okay, the scientist will be named Howard. Gotcha. And we actually got one more thing to talk about now. The obtainment of these mutations here. Each one will be obtained in its own way, which
is gonna be one of my favorite parts about this is just having its own, its own kind of obtainment mutation. And I'm thinking either a quest or crafting it. Or maybe a mix of both. Maybe we could do a mix of both. Maybe this could be crafting, this could be questing, this could be a mix of both. Maybe we might do that. But it's gonna be going down in a general line of kind of like this. So we're gonna be starting by how you make them, which is gonna be put inside a giant castle. So the king right here lives in a giant castle. And the reason for this is it's gonna be the only mega base, the only mega structure I should say, and the entire thing's gonna be built. It's gonna be huge. I'll make it myself, probably with world edit too. Probably that didn't help me out, but it's gonna be the only it's gonna be a mega structure, right? And we're gonna be putting and you obtain him in there because Howard is going to be in play. He's not going to be just in the lore, he'll be in the actual thing as an NPC. And you're going to craft you're going to form your things, your mutations with Howard. He's going to become a slave. The king's going to take him in as a slave. And you can go to Howard and he will be forced to make your stuff as the slave here. And then you got some more gaps you got filmed too, as you see right here. And then, just get the idea, more gaps to film. But Howard's going to be the scientist, and then King lives in Castle, one mega base. And then each one of these gatherings is going to be made up of 3 items. It's made up of the same potion. I don't know which one yet. I think we're going to do a bad only potion. No, sorry, we're going to do a potion of... Alright, so I got them right here. So Potion of Infestation is going to be the thing. So one of them is the Potion of Infestation. And then the Bad Omen effect. It's going to be, this is going to be the Plague. So the mutations are only going to work on people that have the Plague, because the Plague is like one of the key ingredients to make the reason why it's mutation. It's kind of like the activator now, okay? So the Plague is, so you need to have the Plague, which if you have the Plague, it's more downsides. That way the Plague could be a big downside, but you need to have the Plague. And then a Potion of Infestation. And then one of these mini blocks. These mini blocks are going to be renamed as Essence. These are going to be Essence. And let's say you have a Glowstone Essence. Well, or a Glowstone, right? Okay, it won't actually be Glowstone because Glowstone doesn't match any of these here. We'll do for this one, Radiant Core. We'll do something that kind of matches, a radiant like that. So we'll do like a thing Emerald as in like radiation. So you need this Essence right here. We'll put it on top of all these. So you need that's going to be the Essence for it. And so you need one of these Essence and a Potion of Infestation. And then you need to have the Plague. And you'll do all this with Howard, and then you'll be mutated. So that's going to be how you're going to be getting these mutations. That's what's going to be built up of. So there you are. Now, in the world, we got some more stuff to do, but next episode, we should be doing some more commands, which is going to be pretty cool. We're going to start working on a few of these. We might even start work on one of these, but I'm thinking I'm going to focus on one world and we'll do these later, but I'm not sure yet. I want to get this to be entertaining for you in actual commands, So we'll probably start on one of these next episode. But yeah, that's all the time we have for today. Bye-bye.